All right, everyone. Good morning. So it's about 8:56, almost 8:57. We've got about 3 minutes until 9 a.m. and I am sitting tight right now. I've taken a couple trades on CYN, and that is our leading gapper right now. It does have news. It's up 78%, but it's pulling back right now. So we've got to wait for the next good setup on it and be a little patient. So sitting tight on that one for right now. Like I said, just waiting for the next setup to form. Volume weight average price is around 181. It's kind of coming down to that level now. Its high was about 211. So we'll see kind of where this finds support and then keep it on watch. I'm hoping maybe we have some more breaking news. This news was right at 8:30 a.m. So this is very typical, as many of you already know. Breaking news at the top and the bottom of the hour. We had it today at the bottom of the hour on the stock, and it led it to become the leading gapper in the entire market. So up a little bit on it, but not super, just a small gain so far. So let's see. Thank you all for tuning in for the morning show. Appreciate you guys being tuned in, subscribing. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. You guys know when we cross over 1 million subscribers, I will start a new small account challenge. So I did a small account challenge in 2017, 2019, 2021, and I'm going to do one here in 2022, but waiting to cross over 1 million subscribers. So we'll see if that happens sometime soon. I hope it does. So, hey Ross, if you're already doing trades, why aren't you streaming with us? So I start streaming earlier for Warrior Pro All Access members at Warrior Trading, and I keep streaming later for them. So I'll stream the morning show, which is usually like half hour or so, on YouTube. It gives you kind of a watch list. It gives you a taste of what I am trading, how I trade, and I like to do that. I like to put that content out on YouTube, but I don't put everything on YouTube. So that's sort of the way I've been doing this for the last, for a while now. All right, so CYN, it is still pulling back. The 20 moving average is at 82. It looks like 83. So let's see if this breaks VWAP. Now, if you recall yesterday, so the low there is 83. If you recall yesterday, we got a couple of dip trades. So I'm going to take a starter there at 83 to buy the dip. That's a dip right off volume weighted average price. And now I'm going to add over 89. Adding at 87 to anticipate the break of 89. And now what we're going to look for, bottoming tail just like yesterday. And then the trade over 90 for a move up to 195. First 5-minute candle to make a new high could happen in 2 seconds here, which would be over 96. So now let's watch for the pop through 96. Added at 89 right there. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to anticipate the break back through this level. So taking a little off the table, holding the rest at 84 average. We didn't break through 96. Can we break over 92? Seems like it's kind of stalling out. I'm just gonna go flat on it and I can always get back in, put the new order to buy the dip again at 81. If it wants to double bottom, sometimes they'll double bottom and then they'll go. So double bottom would be 79. I'll put the order at 83. What I wanted was, see, this 5-minute candle closed at 8:50, right at 9 a.m. So when I got in, I was looking for that candle to close and then this candle to squeeze up through 90 and break. First candle making a new high and then back over $2. This is a cheap stock, so the range, I mean, we're talking about the total of that trade is like an 8-cent range, 10-cent range. It's not a big range yet, but we'll see if it opens up a little bit more. Nice, Kevin. He said he got in early this morning at $1.34. And then it popped up to 190. So yes, good job. Watching scans. I want to see if anything from 9 a.m. starts to pop up. Possible news at 9 a.m. I still have SEV on watch for continuation from yesterday. Let's see. All right. CYN. Yeah, of course, Tesla's a higher price stock. I don't want to get distracted on that one. Most of us don't have the buying power to trade a stock like that. So I'm afraid this setup here, we're right at the support of the volume weighted average price. Let's see if we get another bottoming tail and then can buy that dip for a pop back up. So the low was 79. I'm not going to punch it here. I'm going to see if it breaks down a little bit more. Hi, welcome. I'm not sure why CYN wouldn't be showing up on your scanner. It is up 70%. So you'd have to look at the filters of the scanner. You're using a different software than what I'm using. So there's different reasons. It could be that the scanner is not meeting one of your filter requirements if you have heavily filtered scans. Bought the dip at 78. Looking for a bottoming tail and a pop back up to 80. So let's see if this pops back up over 81, 82. There's 79 on the ask. There's 80 on the ask. I went flat at 79. Usually if you take a dip like that, you want to see it pop pretty quick because you're right at a very critical level. So that's fine. He was referencing a different scanner. Okay. So a reminder for those tuning in, if you're tuning in on YouTube for the morning show, in case you didn't already know, trading is risky. Most beginner traders lose money and my results are not typical. All right, so I encourage you to take it slow. We don't track the typical result of customers that are using our software. So we make no guarantee that you will find any success as a trader. Trading is risky. It's as simple as that. SEV, I see it. I'll take a starter of SEV here. This one was strong yesterday, and I'm going to add over 825 with a target of 850. My thought on this was this morning, if we broke through 825, that we could see a move up to 850. So watching now, added 826. Now I'm going to look to add at 834. There's a seller there, and I'm going to buy up that seller. I have no problem buying up a seller like that, especially when I see the daily chart and the potential back up to $9. So watch for the break of 830 and then adds to 835. Then we're looking for 845 and 850. So there's 827, adding at 834 right there. So I start to scale in, and then I'm looking for the pop through 35, 36, and a move up to 40. So let's watch the break of 834. On this one, I'm going to add at 27. So I just added at 27 again. I'm trying to buy this curl right here and then look for the squeeze through 34, 46, and 54. 875 and $9 would be nice back of mind targets for SEV. We're up 9% right now. So I'm looking for the break of 34. Yep, when I see a seller like that, I'm happy to buy up those shares. So I'm letting it consolidate here for a 1-minute micro pullback. We're in the coil, and now looking for the break through 34. Bought the dip at 24. So on these ones, I'll buy the dip for the curl back up through 34 and then 44. We've got, let's see, added at 809. Bottoming tail. Now watch first 1 minute candle to make a new high. High of this candle's 24, so we're going to look for the squeeze through 34 and then 44. And we'll see if we start to open up a little bit more as we break through 34, 35. That was a nice dip trade. Good job for those who bought that dip. So now watch over 28. We're up about 9%. This was on our continuation scanner from yesterday. So now I'm going to look for the first 1 minute candle to make a new high, which is going to be over 31. This candle's closing in 2 seconds, so now we're clear for the break through 31. Green on the tape, nice at 24. CYN has pulled back a little bit, so my focus on SEV makes sense. Focus on what's moving. Leaving my order at 34 to add. So we're waiting for first 1 minute candle to make a new high. Bought the dip at 818. This candle's now closed. High of that candle's 24. So let's look for the break through 24. First 1 minute candle to make a new high is the setup. There's 28. Now we want to see 30. A little bit of churn here. Flat on the trade, 750 bucks. Dip trade at 704. Bought the dip. Back out half at 712. 812. Average is 804. Stop break even on the rest. We got first candle to make a new high. Hit a high of only 29. Dip trade at 97. Bought the dip. Profit at $8. So you can see those dip trades there. In at 804, out at 814, in at 795, out at 8. Quick little dip trades, buying the dip. I'll let it sit for right now. It's not moving enough. And you know, what's kind of frustrating with this one is that yesterday, the biggest move was after hours. Yeah, yesterday morning it was choppy. And then the big move was after hours. So kind of annoying. Reminder as always that trading is risky. Easy come, easy go. Most beginner traders do not find success. I will make no guarantee that you will find success as a trader. Trading is hard. It takes a lot of hard work. No one has ever found success without working really, really hard. Yeah, SEV. We'll keep it on watch.
So I can hold my breath for a long time.
You can.
Because I was working on holding my breath. But sometimes I need someone to help me. Remember when it was summer, you were out, and then watching me, and I wanted you to come in? Oh. Dad?
Yeah. You want to light that candle?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Okay, I'll show you how. All right. No, I used to say that this was my candle of celebration.
Yeah.
I would like this candle to celebrate something special.
Yeah. Whoa.
Okay.
That makes a lot of steam.
That was smoke. Can you carry that very carefully? That goes over there. Carry it very carefully.
Well.
Good job. Good
Yeah.
work. You did a great job on that.
I
So right now I'm just sitting and waiting. Scans are kind of quiet. SEV started to pop up, so I jumped on that momentum, but then it slowed down. So it's about 9:13, 17 minutes to the opening bell. Feels a little slow this morning. We don't have anything that's going really crazy, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay.
remember when I float when the other candles over there and I can blow those candles out.
You want to do what?
I want to blow out this candle. So I'll do this again.
So with the dip trades, I'm buying shift. No, I don't want to like this one. Put that one back.
You don't like that one?
No, I don't like that one. Put it back.
You don't like the smell?
Don't like the smell.
Bye.
I need to work right now. You can put that back, please. So on a dip trade, I buy shift 1 to buy the bid, and I sell control K or control L to add liquidity and sell in the ask. So generally, that's what I'm doing for those dip trades. Shift 1, control K, control L, sell full or sell half. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the TED Talk. I have had one red day this month. Students, reminder, we have class at 1 p.m. Eastern today. So make sure you join us for class at 1 p.m. I also have a special raffle that we're going to do after class. So that'll be something fun for you guys to look forward to. CRXT, I don't know. I mean, it made this big move, but then came all the way back down. You know, I'm not interested in that setup, really. All right, so we've got about 12 minutes to the opening bell. SEV is back below 8. CYN is below $2. But I think if we're gonna try to focus on a strong stock, CYN is probably the one. I'm gonna take a long here at 90, because here's the deal: it's the leading gapper. Stop shaking the table. It's the leading gapper, and the leading gapper is usually one that gives us the best follow through. So I'm gonna start to size up on this over 95 and see if we get a squeeze back to the pre-market high. We've consistently been seeing the best follow through is on the leading gapper. Added at 93. Next add will be 94. So on this type of stock, I'm going to keep adding as we approach $2 and then look for the squeeze through 205. We've got nice high volume on it. Watch 95 for the next add. Added at 95. Now I'm going to look to add again at 97. It's a little more thickly traded, but it's up 80%. So this is the right type of stock for us to focus on. So watching now to add at 97, adding at 97. Now I'm going to look for the trade through $2. Holding 30,000 shares right now. New order goes at 98. Little red on the tape. It approached the whole dollar resistance, taking a little profit. Buying the dip at 92. Average is 91, 10,000 shares. There's 95. Back to flat for right now. We'll let it pull back and then we'll try again on the 1 minute time frame. Here, you get down for a second. All right. Thanks, Bill. I appreciate that. Yes, thank you. If you're tuned in, I hope you hit the thumbs up. If you enjoy the broadcast, it makes a huge difference for the channel. So I've already gotten a few trades here. We got a top there of 99. We could not break through 2. So now I'm going to put my new order at $2.03. I think we're going to have to form an ABCD pattern. So I'm going to let it pull back again, reset, and then come back for another attempt. Dan over on YouTube says, man up and tell your wife to take care of the kids. Wow. You know, so Dan, my wife is taking care of our 18-month-old right now, and he's 4, and he's pretty independent, and I love spending time with him. I enjoy having him over here. Now he's on school break this week, so he's doing a little homeschool with Dad, learning a little bit about the market, doing his alphabet, and I'm okay with that. I think a good balance is a little bit of divide and conquer. So, you know, it's hard to do anything on your own, and yeah, I'm working, and she's over at the house helping take care of the little one, and she also works for me. She does all of the admin stuff for Warrior that I couldn't possibly do myself, because I'm here trying to help you guys. She takes care of the insurance. She takes care of the payroll. She takes care of the billing. I mean, all of that stuff. She does all of that stuff. Now, she could do that at nighttime when the kids are asleep in the evening. But during the day, we both have to work. And that's the only way to get it done. So we divide and conquer. And it's a lot easier for me to keep a 4-year-old occupied than to try to do that with an 18-month-old, because that I just couldn't do. I can't be watching him while he runs over and tries to put something in his mouth. And so I just, it just makes the most sense to do it this way. And you know what? It is sometimes a little difficult to try to focus on trading with those added distractions. We have a tree that is getting cut down today. So in the background, I hear a chainsaw, and I keep hearing the truck backing up and beeping, so it's a little distracting. And the best thing I can do is just try to stay focused, take a breath. And sometimes on a day like this, when the distractions are a little higher, I might say, you know what, I'm going to have to slow down a little bit. But for the most part, I've learned to be able to trade through these distractions without too much of an issue. I usually do fairly well. The distractions they might bother me a little bit, but it's not usually too bad. June, she's in the other room because her barking on top of it, that would kind of be starting to stack up. Now you've got the kid and he's got stuff going on and he keeps bumping the desk and I'm watching the lights shake. And then I've got the dog barking, and I hear the chainsaw, and I hear the tree, and then I hear someone open the garage door downstairs, and it's like, so that's when I can start to get a little frazzled or feel myself getting a little short. And you know what? It was a choice to work here today. I could have just gone ahead and driven down to my office downtown, but I like being at home, and this is comfortable most days, and so I just kind of work through it, and I really try not to let it bother me too much, which I think is a good attitude for it. So we're coming back up again. Added back at 97 there for the break of 2. So this is the resolution on the ABCD pattern, adding at $2, and there's 201, and we've got great liquidity on this one. So I can buy 30,000 shares with basically no slippage. The high of this candle is 201. New order goes at 202. We see 203, 204 break. I'm going to start to sort of size up on it. So watching right here, bought the dip at 98. Let's see if this breaks back over 2. Because if it can hold over that psychological resistance of 2, we're in good shape. So holding right now at 98 and looking to add as I see 99 thin out for the break back over 2, and then up to 202, 203, 204, 205, 211. Watching, bought the dip at 97. So we're seeing these little dips just for a moment, and then it perks back up. There's 99 on the ask. Holding 11,000 shares right now. And now I'm adding there at 201. So now let's watch 202, 203, and we want this to pull away for a squeeze up to 211. The way this is starting to open up is exactly what I wanted to see, adding at 202. Next add is 203. We're holding over 2 right now. So we're going to look for 203, adding at 203. Now we're going to go 204. And on this one, we're going to look for that pull away up to 215. So watch 204 break, then 205. We're up 86%. This is our leading gapper, and we're coming into the open. So for this one, I'm going to keep adding at 204, add it again at 204. So I'm sizing up on this for the squeeze through 210. I want to see 210, 215. That's what I would love to see. A nice break of 210. So watch over 205, and then once 205 breaks, we're going to see 206, 207. So see that tape? All the green, adding right there 204. Now adding at 205. We want to see this immediately pop to 206. We've got 90 seconds to the open. We're up 89%. So this is the right stock to be trading. We're looking for the break of 206 and the squeeze up through 211. So I'm going to put my new order at 210 so I can add for that break through the highs. This is a stock that has a little bit of a smaller range. Bought the dip at 202. Looking for that pop through 204, 205. What I would love at the open, we've got 2 minutes to the bell, would be a squeeze through 211 and 225. We're working within a narrow range right here, but I don't really mind that too much. So watch over 205. We've got 203 on the ask. Flat right now on it. New order is at 95 to buy the dip. Zero slippage on the exit. I just hit the bid at 201 and I was out. The problem that I noticed, and this was my cue to exit, doji candle. There was a doji candle right there. So we were squeezing up and then a doji at the top. It should have, on this candle right here, broken 207 and gone 208, 210, and then I would have been still in the driver's seat and that would have been a green candle. So leaving the new order at 210, first 1 minute candle to make a new high. The volume is high on this. We've got 1 minute to the opening bell. We're up 84%. So everything is kind of lining up for this. The question is, are we going to see that squeeze at the open? You know, objectively, this is trading pretty thickly, right? We're working with a fairly narrow range. I thought once we held over 2 that we would pull away 205, 206, 207, 208, up to 210, 215, 220. But now we're kind of coming back down. Okay, we have right now 10 seconds to the opening bell. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube if you'd like me to stream for another 5 or 10 minutes here. We're kind of in the middle of watching this coming right into the open. So we mark the high there at 207. Little imbalance at the open. Added at 205. Next add is 211. So I'm in at 205 right now and watching 208, 211. We're looking for that squeeze. There's a 50,000 share buyer on the bid, so I'm going to add right there at 201. Bought the dip at 201. Now let's look for the curl. Red to green through 211. Adding at 208. Now we're looking for the break through 211. Can we get to 215? Watch the break over 210. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add at 209 and 210 as I see green on the tape. Adding there 209, 210, and then I can take a little off at 214, scaling out on the ask. If it keeps going right to 215, 218, I'll add back at 218 for the squeeze through 220. Is it going to start to pull away? The high is 214. New order goes to 215. Average is 204. It's trading like 150 million share float stock. So out the rest at 209. Netflix bouncing up a little bit. New order at 215. We've got 28 million shares of volume. So I just missed that trade. Looked away for a second. High was 218. Let's see if it holds. Watching. Is it going to pull away? Orders at 220. Then the stop is around 214. Added at 220. Now we're going to look for 221 and 225. I'll be adding again at 223 and 224. We're starting to pull away here. So watch over 21 and 22. added at 20. Looking for the squeeze. I'm going flat on it for right now, taking the $800 loss. If I take a trade like that when it's extended, it's either got to go right away or I'm going to jump right back out. The high is 222. New order goes at 25. So marked a loss there on that one, but that's okay. Trading it as well as I can, considering the range is sort of small. Well, 30,000 share position's only $60,000 in this trade, all things considered. You know, when I was trading GameStop, I was putting millions of dollars into the trades. So it's large share size, but the total capital is fairly small. So a reminder, as always, trading is risky. My results are not typical. I'm sitting at $7,292.40 on the day. Most beginner traders lose money. That's the reality. No one has ever been successful without working really hard. So trading is risky. I want to remind you that, as always, we don't track the typical results of traders using our software, so we make no guarantee that you will find success as a trader. You've got to take it slow. You've got to step up and study, study, study. So it's 9:33. We got a trade at the open. I was hoping that this would pull away and squeeze. Not really. It started to pull away, but didn't really open up that much. So made 900 on SEV, made 6,300 on CYN, and sitting at 7,200 on the morning. I'm going to kind of sit tight here for a few minutes and either look. So the problem is now this is closing with a topping tail. So I'm going to sit tight. I'm going to see if maybe CYN gives us more opportunities, but it's very thickly traded. And if the best time for it to open up was with peak volume at the open. As volume declines, the range is going to get even tighter and we're going to have less opportunities. So I don't think that I'm going to want to trade that too much more. We'll see. It's got to break through the highs. The next up will be to be watching the high day Momo scanner and to see where we have action. The last few days we had SEV, which not SEV. Well, we did have SEV a couple days ago. We had SEV as a mid-morning trade. We had CRXT yesterday as a mid-morning trade. This gave you guys some great opportunities. So I expect there will be some mid-morning trades today. And for Warrior All Access members, you guys can keep streaming. You, of course, have the software, so you'll be looking for stocks hitting the scanner, and you can listen to my commentary. Thank you, guys. And for those who tuned in on YouTube this morning, thank you so much for being tuned in. And reminder, if you want to check out what I would say is the simplest strategy for beginner traders, I'll put that video right here in the top corner. Keep studying. Study, study, study. Check out that video. And reminders always that trading is risky, so please take it slow and practice in a simulator before you put real money on the line.